All right, welcome back to Desert Adventures in Arizona. You guys go camping. You know, you can camp in a lot of different vehicles. There's a box truck, a couple vans, some RVs, tents, combination of van and tent. Do you have a minivan maybe in your parking garage or in your carport or in your driveway? Have you ever thought about turning a minivan into a camper? Well, I'm going to show you one very well done today. This is Nomadic Adventures. It's a content creator, Marshall, mellownomadic.com. Let's see if he's home. Good morning,
Hello.
Marshall.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Arizona. So, you've got a new to you van that replaced your previous van, and you've been working on it for quite a while now, and it looks like it's just about ready to show the world.
Yes, it is. I'm very excited about this. It's very identical van to the one before, but it's 2 years newer. So,
Very cool.
yeah.
All right. So, first thing is typically the bed. Can you tell us about your bed and your seating?
Yeah, so this bed is based on a channel that's pretty popular called Eric Enjoys Earth. And he kind of came up with a lot of the parts of this design, and then I adapted it. There was another channel, Justin in a Van. He also had a bed similar to Eric's, but he had a little bit of a variation. And I kind of blended the two together to form my design, because neither one of their designs had the storage here in the front that I'm about. Let me show you this. So when you open these doors up, we have storage here on the doors. So it gives me, you know, extra space to put things that you don't really need to access a whole lot, but you still want to maybe keep with you.
Nice.
And then underneath, I'm able to fit 2 of these totes, which is very handy.
Okay, so you built it just to fit those totes.
Exactly.
Storage totes. Very nice.
So yeah, the height of this is, I did it this specific height to fit these.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Cool. And depth as well.
Yes. And so when I'm ready to go into the bed mode, I just remove this carabiner. Very basic latch here. Flip that open. I grab this first, and then once I have a little gap here, I'll just pull it.
Oh, the whole thing slides.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Whoops. It slides into the bed like that. And this is, these are 3-inch upholstery foam.
Okay.
And then I bought these pre-cut from Go-To Foam in California, and I think I spent $80 for all 4 pieces. And then I just found the fabric at an upholstery shop, and it was on sale, and I just hot glued it to
Very cool.
basically
Very cool.
wrapped it like a present.
Yeah. And it's worked out well for you.
Yeah, it's worked
Very
out really great.
All right.
And then, do you want to see it go back into the chair?
Sure. So you have like a recliner type chair where you can sit in here and be comfortable.
Exactly.
And then, okay, so you've got a pull rope there.
Yep, so I just used some paracord and did a simple braid. And so it's kind of a multi, you got to like pull and push at the same time. Like that.
Oh, nice.
Then you push, put that back.
Okay.
And that's how that
Very
works.
cool. All right.
And then I left this space down here for taller items that take up a lot of room. So this is actually really deep. It goes all the way to the floor.
Okay.
And I also have an extra space over here for other items. Just whatever I need to store. I got my Ryobi batteries in there.
Okay. Is that a drawer up above it there?
Yes, and so this is a drawer I added.
Okay.
And it's kind of,
Yeah.
but not a lot in it yet. But to remind me of home, I put a little map of Kentucky inside.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, very cool. And so you put shelving in here with boards so that it doesn't vibrate off. Everything stays put.
Yep.
And then your top shelf, you have your jackery.
Yep.
And your bottom jackery.
This bottom one is dedicated to the refrigerator.
Okay.
I'll run some lights, like low wattage lights with it too, but it's mainly for the refrigerator. Because I got so tired of dealing with the ice.
Yeah, yeah. And how long does that run the refrigerator? It's an IceCo refrigerator, right, that you have?
Yes. IceCo JP40, so 40 quart. It'll run it, like if I don't charge this at all, it'll go like 3 days.
Oh, okay.
But I'm constantly trying to keep it charged with my folding solar panel.
Okay.
And
are you happy? This is a 1000 Explorer 1000.
I do enjoy the Explorer 1000. Now, a few things I've done to this. Now, Jackery actually sent me the splitter here, so I can plug up to 2 different solar panels at one time.
Okay.
But right now, I'm just using the single folding panel outside. I plan to mount solar on the roof again. But then I added my own Velcro up here for like a remote control for lights.
Okay.
Which you probably won't see in the daytime. But I have, they're like LED strips.
Yeah.
And you can change the color.
Okay, mood lighting.
Yeah.
And then I see you have a fan up there too.
Yeah, and this fan is awesome. Not only is it a fan, but you get a remote with it.
Oh, nice.
And it's a light.
Oh, a light. Oh,
yeah.
That's cool.
So that's really, really cool. And it's got 2 brightness settings. That's bright.
Okay.
And then 3 fan modes. It's medium.
Well, that puts out quite a bit of air.
Yeah. And that's high.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can feel it all outside the door here.
Yeah.
All right, very cool.
And then this is just a 5-watt reading light, but this is, I like having this because you can move it around. And it's got the incandescent kind of looking lights, and then it's got the LED.
Okay.
Where you can do both.
Nice.
And it's got a dimmer, so you can make it really bright.
Yeah.
It's kind of not really coming through in the daytime, but
yeah, we can see it pretty well.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I really enjoy that light.
Very cool. All right. And you have your coffee maker there. You make coffee in the morning. Can you run that off your Jackery?
This will run off the Jackery. Now this does use quite a bit of juice, 650 watts, but it's only using it for a few minutes. So once you get your pot of coffee brewed, I usually just try to fill up I have a really big Yeti. So that'll fill it all the way up, and then I'll usually have a little bit left in here, and then I'll turn it off because it'll brew.
You don't really need to keep it hot, right?
Exactly. And if you don't turn it off, it will kick on again and do another 650 watts, just trying to keep it hot.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I just turn it off because I don't really need to, like you said, keep it hot.
Now, what is this device behind you? Is that your water pump?
Yeah. So this is my water pump, and it goes down through the cabinet. Here you can see the tube.
Oops, I just knocked your flashlight down.
That's okay. And so I just drilled a hole through the cabinet, and it goes down into the bottom, where behind all this you can see my blue water jug. And more storage.
Yeah.
And this is kind of my kitchen cabinet here. And that just kind of these lights. That's fine.
All right. So that's a mobile light that you have there that you just move around, or when you step outside, you can use it outside.
Yeah, and so these little decorative things, they have a magnet on the end, so I just usually have that there, and so it's like, you know, when you get home, you want to flip the light switch, so that's what I do. I come in, flip that, lights up this whole space.
Cool.
These are rechargeable. Commercial electric. I can't find them anymore because I wanted to get some more. But
okay, so you have a bulkhead here too, I see. So that's set up for privacy, so you can enclose the living space.
Yes, and these are thermal blackout curtains, and I added my own snaps here to these, and so I can easily like open this up.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And I could remove them completely if needed. Here's my dust buster hiding. Help keep it clean. And the cool thing about these blackout curtains, they're thermal, so it does help with the heat.
Yeah.
And these snaps are super easy to put on.
Yeah.
You figure out their placement and just put a hole through it, and then they give you a little tool that you hit with a hammer, and it crushes the inside.
Nice.
And then down here I do have, believe it or not, some space. So I have this tray that was from my previous van. There's my giant Yeti. And it has like my trash can and just odd and end things. Stuff I don't use a whole lot. There's my locking gas cap in case I want to use that.
Oh, okay.
But
Nice.
it's like extra space. If I need it, I have it.
Right.
I haven't figured out if I need it yet.
Okay. Now you mentioned that you charge your batteries up with your foldable
Yes.
solar panel. What brand is this?
This is a Togo Power.
Togo Power. Okay. And you happy with it?
I'm very happy with it.
Very
It's
cool.
120 watts. And I like that it folds up. Has a handle.
Easy to store away.
Easy to store away. And in fact, the big stuff like this, I keep back here in this cabinet.
Okay.
So this cabinet's 4 foot deep. It's kind of hard to see everything that's in it right now.
Yeah, yeah. You've got a tarp in there.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a tarp. Here's tent poles. The solar panel goes in there. I have another table over here. That actually folds up and goes in there.
All right, so I'm interested in this seat you have back here. So that's part of your bed, so you can sit inside if it's raining,
Yes.
or you can sit back here and check out your neighbors.
Yes, so on nice days like today, you kind of got to duck a little bit because the way the van is, but once you duck and get around this part,
Yeah.
you got a little bit of headroom.
Oh, nice, nice.
And so I can sit here, I can move this mirror, can open this up. This will fold down. Usually I'll sit over here though.
Yep, so that's a nice desk for you to put your coffee,
Yeah.
your
Have a
your
drink,
phone.
have my phone, watch some
Yeah.
morning YouTube videos here.
Sure. And then your books.
Books, there's like a little game
Yeah.
if we get bored.
And then check it out. You already got your Ironwood meetup sticker posted there. Very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice.
You gotta represent,
All right.
represent. But
Well, you have a nice van. So you had a previous van that you got rid of, and so you learned from that build and watching other YouTube videos,
yes,
learned what other people are doing, and then incorporated their ideas into yours. So this is pretty much the first long trip you've taken, right, with this?
I took a short trip. It's like 2.5 hours to visit Time for Exploring, Tim, because he moved from California to Kentucky, where I live. And so I went out there to visit him in his new place. And I had this sort of like this, but it didn't have all the details.
Right.
But it was like a test trip. But this is the longest trip, 1,800 miles to get here. that
And
I've made
would you say everything's working out pretty well
Yes,
as far as the build goes?
I think so. I think it's working out really good. You know, I did try to repurpose some of the things from the previous build. But because I was switching from a single bed layout in the previous build to the kind of a double wide, that's what I call it, I had to build a lot of new stuff. So all of the cabinetry is new. Now I did recycle this shelf with the stickers on it. That was actually from the previous minivan.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And-
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this basket, you know, this comes off, and then under here I have more storage.
Yeah. So you're using every inch of space that you have available, which is important when you're traveling in a van.
Exactly. Yeah, you want to make sure you use every space. Vertical space especially is really important, so I tried to get height and have extra shelving up there. One thing I haven't done yet is I don't have all my hooks on that bulkhead, because I like
Okay.
to hang things.
Yeah.
So I might add some of those while I'm here. But
Nice.
it's so far so
And
good.
so, Marshall, you also have a website, right? And basically what you're doing is you're sharing your experience that you've
Yes.
gained watching other YouTube channels, building your own rig, and tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. So that the website is called mellownomadic.com, and I post about, like you said, my travels in a minivan, all the steps I went through, my journey from starting in a two-door sedan, moving up to the minivan. And I actually post meetup. I have a list of meetups I post every year, and these happen across the country. And I also like to post about national parks and my experiences in a minivan in national parks. And I also like to help other people who are living this lifestyle figure out how they can do it full time. Because a lot of people, they can only do it part time or on weekends or their vacation time. Where what I'm trying to do is teach nomads that you can establish remote income on the road through using social media and YouTube and free platforms to bring traffic into whatever it is you're trying to market. So for example, you could write an ebook on your experience and have that for sale and use social media to market it. And it takes time. You have to build your audience and everything, but over time you can actually build income that'll sustain your travels. So it's kind of, those are the main focuses on the site. I have some articles on like gear, like all the gear I use, links and things, so that if people are interested, they can go there and find the exact items that I have. But really I'm just trying to put a resource out there for other nomads. And I even have guest writers submit articles. So for example, this one woman, Linnell, she went to a meetup that I didn't get to attend, and so she took photos and wrote an article, and I'll put it on the site because it helps the community know what to expect.
Nice. All right. And then you also have a business where you help people with their websites, is that right?
Yes, so part of, within the mellownomadic.com, I have the Mellow Nomadic web design. So I help people who either need a website designed or maybe they need it redesigned,
Or ongoing support sometimes. You have a couple of those.
Ongoing support. I help those who may have made a website, but they don't know a lot about the search engine optimization, which can really help boost the traffic to your site. So I can go in with all the knowledge I've learned on doing this. I've been interested in websites since I got my first computer 30 years ago. I don't. Wow, it's already 30 years ago.
Yeah, time flies, huh?
Yeah. I got so.
So, and you're also certified, right, to do that? There's
Yes.
some software that you use and that you went through a certification program.
Yes, and that's exactly right. It's called System.io, and they have courses that you can take to get certified. And the System.io is a low-cost way to get your income started. Whereas if you're looking to do a website, it's a lot more cost involved because you have to pay for monthly hosting, you have to get the domain name and the design of the site itself. So it's a lot more extensive to have a website design, whereas System.io, you can start for free. You can set up a form, you can start collecting your emails to build an email list. Because the great thing about having an email list is if Facebook, for whatever reason, went down, you would still be able to contact your audience.
Oh, okay.
So, and the cool thing about this software is it automates everything for you after the initial setup. So once you set it up and set up your emails, when someone signs up, the emails will come automatically, and you don't have to spend time out of your day to it'll even work while you're sleeping, which is really cool.
Very cool. One thing we didn't talk about was stealth camping. So one thing the minivan does for you is you can park places. Obviously you would probably take your magnetic sign off, but you could park places and stay overnight and people don't even know you're there.
Yeah.
So you've got all your windows blacked out so they can't see light, and you just stay inside and looks like a regular van parked in a parking lot.
Exactly. And I don't set up anything outside the van once I'm parked. And And also I've tried to block out all those cracks where someone could shine a light. Because one time I was staying at a hotel and the security guard came and found the one crack I didn't cover and shined his light in and seen like my leg or something.
Oh, okay.
He was like, "You got to get out." But at that time I had a solar panel on the roof, so it was pretty obvious. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this is more stealthy, so I don't think I'm going to have as big of an issue if I was going to. That's more if you're doing urban camping.
Sure.
Out here it's not as relevant, but
Very cool. All right. Anything to add, Marshall? Thanks very much for your time. Do you have anything else you want to throw out there?
I just want to say this is a 2015 Dodge Grand Caravan. They stopped making these in 2020, but if you can find these, they're great because they do come with the stow and go seating, which folds into the floor.
Oh, okay.
So you can, like what I did, I removed the seating, and so I have huge amounts of storage that goes all the way across side to side. And also in the back, I removed the seats, and again, tons of storage. I added these little latches that I can lock.
Oh, yeah.
And so if I'm away from the van, I'll lock these up. And yeah, that's a great thing about these vans in particular. The Town and Countries also have these, and those are Chrysler. But if you can find one with the stow and go, highly recommend it. For
Okay,
sure.
good idea.
Yeah.
All right, Marshall, thanks for your time today.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it very much. And everybody be sure to check out melonomadic.com.
Yep.
Melonomadic
My channel.
Adventures, right? On YouTube. All right. Thanks, Marshall.
Thank you, Steve.
Golden glow of Arizona sun, flying high where cacti run. Drone out sweet serenade so blue, Sonoran desert me and you. Mountains distant saguaro tall, wild beauty captivates all. Winding trails shadows play, desert calls, let's drift away.